Hey y'all, it's Jessica. I know I look a hot mess today. Um, but I had to get on here because and yes, I did a workout, mini workout. So I saw this post from someone. They will remain nameless, but they and I don't think they did this in like a certain light or anything, but they had a post and it was basically are you a gold digger or do you have a true relationship with God? So I I shouldn't say I'm triggered by that post, but I just don't like the communication that a lot of times the black church has that's really almost anti-money. And here's why. And I titled this video like, why would you be digging for anything but gold or other assets? What are you working for? Like, it doesn't make sense to say, hey, you need this thing called money. Meanwhile, money is evil and you shouldn't be looking for that. So I did a video a while back and we talked about it. It was a live chat where we just talked about money, and just assets and why assets are so important. We also had a discussion a while back where we talked about the church, the black church, and a lot of things that I have some issue with. I'm not anti-church, but I do think there's some issues that should be addressed with the church. Hey, Teddy. I didn't think anyone would come in here because I didn't plan it. I literally saw this post. I haven't done an impromptu like, hey, what's up, guys? Post in a while. Definitely didn't plan on doing it today because, as you can see, you know, the hair is very wild today. Um, but yeah, I think the topic needs to be addressed with why does why does the black church oftentimes push for everything to be anti making money, or you shouldn't be chasing money, you shouldn't be like, I mean, what are you digging for if you're not digging for gold? Like, what are you doing? If that's the point where just you're just running around, you should be just working for free. I don't get that thinking. And the other issue I have with the black church is that oftentimes, look, if you look at who's running the church, who gets all the money? We did a breakdown and looked at statistics of who actually gets the money in a black church. It's the leadership. It's the staff. They're getting the money. The folks that are putting into the church and they're giving their offering, giving their tithe and all this stuff, they're being talked down to and said, "Oh, money is the root of all evil, and money, you shouldn't be looking after the money and this and that." But here's the thing, once people start understanding money, they don't really need the church as much in terms of they need this kind of hope. They need this signal of hope, especially in the black community. Money and understanding money and how to get assets and how to empower yourself so you're not constantly just looking for a job, looking for the next opportunity. You're always constantly in this need of money. Now, that is what causes some evil things. Go to a community where everyone just is lacking and in need constantly. What happens when there's high poverty? That's when crime happens. You get, well, you know what I mean by DV. What does DV stand for? Put it in the chat. You get cases of that more and more. The lack of money is the root of all evil, right? So that it really just touches me because this mindset, I think our community really has to break away from. No, money is not evil. And if we take it from a church scenario, why was Jesus brought gold, myrrh, these things that cost lots of money? What's wrong with that? If we're put on this earth to progress, right? I don't think we're put on this earth to completely suffer. Yes, you need money. So, anyway, this is kind of a rant, but the thinking should not be that money is evil. We need to teach more about how to control, how to manage your money and how to grow it and get away from the Black community being in constant need. However, which is what I was getting at before, the constant need, if you're constantly needing like hope, you're broken down, always broken down, you need this beacon of hope, you just need someone to tell you some good stuff, you just need some, positivity. That's a business. That's the Black church. Because look, and tell me in the comments, I'm going to start looking at the comments. Have you ever gone to the church community and, left the church for a while? You come back, you know about everyone's struggles, you know about everyone's things because it's open, people talk. And people are in the same spot. Come on. Like, what's going on? What is going on? Are we helping people or are we at some point just gouging, taking advantage? So that's my issue. I don't think all churches are bad or evil or anything, but I think that the culture, the thinking, what is being taught in our community is just, if you keep teaching the same things, there's never going to be any change. And so we have to get away from teaching people money is just evil. No, it's not evil. We need it, clearly. If it wasn't money, like in dollars, we'd be using something else to transact with each other. I need toothpaste. You need, I don't know, eggs. I have eggs. I can give you, this for that. So we're going to have that in any case. Anyway, let's get into the comments. Hey, Burns, how are you? I did say hello to Teddy. Teddy's like my favorite person right now. He's giving me the teddy bear emojis. Hey, Edward, my moderator. Please do like the video if you like the content. I mean, this is very random. It's not like I want this video to really be popularized because I look a hot mess today, but I just had to get it off my chest. I had to just, whew. Okay. King of Kill says, not these mega churches. They're all about making money. Thank you. The more the congregation makes, the larger the tithes will be. Exactly. And I actually listened to my mother. So my mom was telling me about a particular church, and she's very religious. She raised, Baptist in the Baptist church. And she was listening to a pastor and she was telling me, yeah, he said that, we need to get people back in the church and y'all need to come to church and y'all can go all these other places. And I think for many people, especially the older community, like they kind of have church, that's their place. And I do think they need to get back out as long as it's safe. But I also question, okay, why do they want you to come back so bad? Well, they need that money roll. Like if no one's in the church, they're probably not giving as much. Right? Older people aren't accessing, Facebook Live and YouTube Live and giving online. They don't know how to do. Not everyone knows how to do all of that, right? So I'm sure they're missing some of that. So we can't miss out on that aspect because what actually gets the church to run, right? It's money. And it's money from you as a participant of that church, as a member, as a tither. And I'm not against supporting churches, but I think that you have to be careful. What is the church actually teaching you? That's my big thing. What are they teaching? And are you actually getting something from it where you're actually going to change your life for the better? Or is it just that same old message? And again, I've said this a couple of times. I'm a person that really focuses on what someone is saying because I do believe that words actually have a lot of power. Whether you're writing something down, we talked about money mantras, but if you're writing something down, you're saying it over and over. And some of the things that are said in some churches over and over and over again, and you're telling people to say amen, is this poverty mindset. Oh, you can't pay your light bill. Well, Jesus can help you. Why are you telling the whole congregation, telling them say amen to they can't pay their light bill? No, you need to be sending positive messages out. We are going to. Why can't that shift? I really hope that shifts in these churches because I know everyone's used to some of the wording and things that happen in the Black church, but it has to change because if you're constantly speaking these things out, and again, to a congregation of people, King of Kill said, he mentioned the mega churches. So, you're talking to a number of people and you're spreading these messages out. It's almost like you're this might get a little too deep, but it's almost like you're doing a spell. If you're saying something over and over again, I question a lot of the churches out there. Okay, let me see here. Hey, Minister of Music, I'm gonna have to send you a message, so you'll know why I'm talking about this. Vern saying for real. Edward is saying hello to everybody. Vern said, "Who the heck wants to stay poor?" Exactly, but here's the thing, and that's why I keep going back to what happens when more and more people wake up and they start understanding how they can gain and that money is not evil and that a lot of things that they've been taught is not exactly true, right? It's not like you should be, again, I'm going back to the title. What are we digging for if we're not digging for gold? We're just running around working just for the heck of it. We just like to work so much. We just like people just like it so much, right? No, we have to start teaching that what you can do with money is very powerful. It can answer a lot of things for you. It says in the Bible too, right? There's a lot of things that can be solved with money, but you have to get that mindset right. And sorry, we didn't have Money Mondays. We didn't have Money Talk Monday. So this is the Money Talk Monday, I guess. um, Mern says, exactly, money is not evil. Thank you. Uh-oh, the minister is here. This should be interesting. Hey, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. I would hope that Minister Terrence thinks, like, gets what I'm saying. I don't think it shouldn't be controversial, but it is kind of controversial. It's kind of sad. Yes, Edward, please do hit the like button. Thank you, Edward. I don't think I can highlight messages in here tonight, so thank you. Vern said the barter system. Exactly. If it's not literal money, and we've talked about Bitcoin. I've talked about Bitcoin so many times on this channel that people are probably tired of me talking about Bitcoin and telling you to buy some cryptocurrency. You guys are probably like, Jessica, if you mention cryptocurrency one more time, I'm done with you. But look, money is already digital at this point. So I just kind of see it, some type of cryptocurrency or something is the future, but we'll see what happens. But yes, back in the day, they used the barter system. But even then, there were things that had assets. So you had so many cows, or you had so much land, you had gold, you had silver, you had whatever was deemed valuable that people wanted. And that's what we need to be aiming for. I talk about working. You're not working just so that you can spend everything that you have. You are working because you are trying to build assets. You want to have things that actually grow in value over time. You don't want to just buy things consistently that are going down in value, because what does that do for you? That's how we get into these situations where you have older folks here in America, like the land of opportunity, right? Where they're 70 years old, they're 80 years old, they're trying to retire and they can't even retire. They're still working and they don't have anything saved. You guys know I watch the Dave Ramsey channel sometimes. I haven't watched it recently, but I remember a couple of stories where someone's calling in, they're like 70 years old, and it's just like, what have you been doing? Like what happened? Unless something catastrophic happened to you, and even then, I feel like you should have some. With that much time, there should be something, right? You have to not only save your money, but save for investing. You should be investing it. It should be growing consistently over time. Now, there's up and downs with every market, but you should be growing your money. Let's see. Did you want to fix your hair before I share you? See, Ever's been funny. You know what? It's fine. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Because I'm like, look, to straighten my hair, that's like a whole half of a day activity. Or I go to the salon. So, but here I am. Hey, y'all. Not they can't pay their light bill. I mean, Vern, but you know, that's what they say in churches. A lot of times they're trying to relate to people. And I get that. Like, you're trying to relate, you're trying to you're trying to give some hope to people, but at some point it has to translate from, oh, you can't pay you this. Oh, you need that job. Oh, you need this. God can hear you, all that stuff. And it has to get to we're actually speaking affirmations into the congregation versus just the same old stuff and people saying amen. And it's just, I don't know. I just don't understand how that's not getting tired to people. Come on, change it up. But then you have some folks that do that and they're, deemed the money pastors and they are speaking some of that life, but folks don't like that either. No, money is evil. You shouldn't be telling people to focus on talk about money. What makes the world go round? Like, why wouldn't we talk about it? It's just so weird. It's weird. King of Hill says they need to encourage people to go back to school, learn a trade instead of paying for prosperity, praying for prosperity. Yeah, I think, the issue that I think we're going to see over the next decade is this issue. And I haven't brought up artificial intelligence and robotics and machine learning to the channel in a while. However, I think it's going to be tough for people that are unskilled and do not want to learn skills. That is going to be tough because I've said it before. Everyone's not going to just be able, especially in the smaller towns, which is what I'm worried about even more, because we have these big factories in these smaller towns. And a lot of folks just say, oh, I can just, go down the street and work at this factory. The robots are already being built. Some of the robots are already in these factories. Now, it's not the robots that you might imagine that they're always showing on television. It may not look like that, but it will be different machines that can do the job of a lot of the workforce. And so when you're in a spot where it's really hard to find workers too, you don't think people are making solutions for that? Oh, it's hard to find workers. Well, how can we decrease our workforce? Do we need as many workers? Could we shift some things around? How can we? So that stuff has already happened. There's so many large companies already investing in a lot of robotics. I talked about Miso Robotics because I've been really interested in following them because of just fast food. A lot of people say, oh, I'm just going to get a fast food job, whatever. They got somebody to do the fries. It's this Miso Robotics, whatever they call it. Andy Fry Guy, the robot. so, so those jobs will start to go away. I don't think they'll go away completely. However, there will be less and less of them as we turn to using more automation. And if you're not skilled and you're not open to learning, it's just going to be really tough. It's going to be tough. And I also worry about the smaller towns because of the infrastructure. A lot of folks just don't have the infrastructure in place where they can work remotely even. They can't just get online. So there's so many issues I sometimes think about and I'm just like, what are we going to do? King of Kill says they need to teach financial literacy. I 100% agree with that because, honestly, if you look at it more long term, I do feel like if, let's say, you have churchgoers that are, they're in it to win it. As they increase their income, they should be able to give back more because they know that the money is going back into the community. Not even from a religion standpoint, if you know our organization is helping your community and you've been helped by that community as well, by that organization, you're going to want to give back more. That's what typically happens. Same thing works for the schools with the colleges and stuff. Colleges like Harvard, they get a big endowment because they're teaching their folks, run businesses. We're teaching real skills. They have that Harvard name, so they know they're going to do well. Well, they're getting a lot out of that. They're going to send a lot of money back to that university. Their money runs long. Harvard University, all these different Ivy League. I would say even Howard, I imagine, has a bigger endowment, not like a Harvard, but of the HBCUs. Anyway, that's all I'm on here for, guys. I just need to get that off my chest because I was just like, I was really disappointed seeing that because I just don't like some of the messages that are anti-money. No, if any group needs to be focused on money right now, it needs to be the Black community. 100%. Let's see. Hey, Victoriously Shay. Shout out to my members in the chat. You guys came through. And my moderator Edward came in here real quick. Queen Jasmine, welcome. Hey, how are you? Talking with Tommy D. Hey, how are you doing? Vern said you think my hair is cute. Where is Edward at? I'm gonna do this whole hair flip for you, Edward. See, Vern said my hair is cute. But no, thank you, Vern. I appreciate that. Okay, so I see Spiky X. Hey, Spiky, how are you? Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I just don't think I think the mentality needs to change in our Black community. I hope it changes. I want it to change so bad. And I'm not anti the Black church necessarily. I just think there needs to be a lot of changes, and that the things that people say in the church and push for in the church, it's like a strong hold on the community, especially some of the older folks. If I can talk, some of the older folks. Sometimes it's hard to listen to, because it's like, yes, things can change. You're not in slavery. Like, you can do stuff. You are empowered. You can pray about it, but like, you need to take some action too, because we have those folks as well. Oh, the such and such won't let me do this, or oh, if I can only, I gotta pray on this. And I'm just like, well, did you do anything? What have you actually done? Did you take any actions towards what you're actually wanting, or did you just think it was just gonna fall out of the sky? Not only fall out of the sky, but fall from the sky and go through into your living room, and then you got it. Like, I just don't understand. There has to be a goal, a plan, and you putting forth some effort. It can't just be we just sit and pray. So I did not mean for this to be a long rant, but that's where I'm at right now. It triggered me for some reason. It triggered me for some reason because you guys know I want people to flourish. I want everyone to succeed, and I want everyone to do really well. And it starts with the mentality. And I don't think the Black church is helping as much as people think, just like I don't think politics is helping as much as people think. But that might be another topic. We might be getting too deep into that. You guys know my stance. I'm about freedom. I'm about being free in your mind first. And we need to focus on money. So we will continue these money talk Mondays. And I don't know everything, about money, of course, but I want to share as much as I can. I want to push for us to have conversations. There are folks in the chat like Sharky sometimes comes in here, Burns, Junk Closet. She talks about money and investing. And so we can really have some discussions, maybe break into some different ideas the more and more we're talking about it. But we should not be continually thinking, oh, we don't talk about that. Oh no, that's evil. It's like, why? Oh, okay. Thank you, Edward. I like your casual look. I appreciate that, Edward. Yet very casual, because I didn't do a heavy workout today, but I did like one of those 7-minute workouts, because tomorrow I have well, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm doing the aerial yoga and aerial silks and aerial hammock. Like, that I have to take a day. I can't do like a class and then do another class the next day. I can do 2 or 3 on the same day, but I can't do it back to back, because I am like hurting that next day. So my muscles have to breathe, or else they'll be really mad at me. So so my next class tomorrow, I was like, oh, let me just do a light workout tonight. So that's why I'm not even gonna lie, I've been in workout clothes all day. So during my calls, I'm pretty casual. I don't have to be, dressed up any particular way. And I like that, because I like to talk to candidates pretty casually anyway. I don't know. I just don't want people to feel weird. Like, it's not like I'm going to ask you some crazy questions or anything. I'm just going to have a conversation with you, and we're going to figure out if you're a match for this job or not, and if you're still interested. So that's kind of how I play it with just having interviews all day. So This was the look. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Edward. And Burns was laughing at me talking about into the living room. I'm telling you, like you're not even going out to have the opportunity to have something attract to you. I don't know. Anyway. Whew. Okay, I've gotten it off my chest, y'all. I've gotten it. I feel lighter already. I appreciate you being here and listening to the rant. I appreciate you listening to the rant. I'm glad some of y'all appreciate the wild hair today, my braid out look. And I'm going to close this out. I will see you all in the next video. I plan on talking with my members on Friday. I'm going to be ranting even more because I'm going to be talking about unpopular opinions. So you guys know I have a lot of opinions and a lot of things to talk about. So I'm going to be doing that with my members on Friday. It should be fun. Yes, this hair will probably still be here because I am not getting my hair done until next week. So again, I appreciate you. I hope you have a great week and I will talk to you all later. Bye.